I look? Aid. Cast the aid. How do I look? Do I look okay? We have no camera. That's not good.
But we have voices.
We have voices.
Sometimes I have to reconnect this. Can someone unplug this side and then plug it back in right here?
We're working on the technology, folks. We're working on the technology. We're getting ready for the press conference. How's it look? Perfect. Do you want me to move that? Is that in the way? We're having a... How is it? I don't see anything.
It's on. I just gotta refresh it. You can like, 'cause I
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. We'll be starting the press conference momentarily. I want to say hello to everybody on the TikTok. Everybody on YouTube will be with you in 1 minute. Everybody on Facebook will be with you in 1 minute. We've got our live right now on the Instagram and our live on the Tickety Talk. I think, what's our goal on TikTok? What's our goal? 100 hats. 100 hats. We're going for 100 hats today. If you want to throw me a hat, they'll let me know. If we get 100, I'll do the YMCA. YMCA. I won't do the whole thing. It'll be much better. On Instagram, I want to say hello to everybody on Instagram. Earlier this week, I got verified. Can you believe that? They held it from me. Terrible, terrible people. Terrible people. Do we have any questions on TikTok? YouTube will be with you in 1 moment, and Facebook, we're just working on a technical issue. And we will have it momentarily. Is the camera plugged in? Is that an issue? Do we have power?
It is powered. It's on.
Do we need to open up the screen on the side?
Screen is open.
Screen is open. Can we see it?
Yep, screen's open. I think it's this USB.
Press guy, can you see the image on that little thing right there? You can see me. Fantastic. All right, so it's just not transmitting
There
properly.
we go.
Okay.
Ah,
We're up.
woo.
Okay. I don't see myself on the little monitor
Just a
thing.
second.
Okay, I'm very anxious.
We have our first question.
Okay, from TikTok, we got our first
Ellie
question.
Yabara.
Ellie Labara?
Yabara.
Oh, I'm on TV. This is great. I'm on the television. I do look great. I'm very handsome. They'll never get me on looks, folks. Okay, Ellie Gabara.
What will you do about the rising Taco Bell prices due to Biden?
Well, I have to tell you something. Biden hates the Mexican people. He's always hated the Mexican people. I love the Mexican people. I love the Mexican food. I love the quesadillas, the opalupas, the pandas, and of course the greatest taco bowl is at Trump Tower, New York. The best taco bowl ever. We invented that, by the way. The Mexicans weren't doing the taco bowl. We did the taco bowl. So that just shows you how much I love the Mexican people who are coming here legally. Right now they're coming in like Swiss cheese. They're just crossing the border like crazy. But we love them. Isn't that right? We got people down here on the live, too. So, and do we have a question from the YouTube?
Yes, Mr. President.
Who are you, sweetie? Who are you?
I'm Misty Butternut.
Misty
from
Butternut
Inside
from
Entertainment.
Inside Entertainment.
Yes.
We have a lot of people from the Hollywood community here because they're on strike because they're stupid. Okay, go ahead.
I'll get back to you on that, sir. But Janice Bunch was wondering, would you take Melania to Beetlejuice?
I would love to take Melania to Beetlejuice and grope her because I think it's very sexy to do that in the dark. I'm not crazy about Beetlejuice, but I think Lauren Boebert had a lot of fun. Everyone's giving Lauren a horrible, horrible time about doing the things that she did. I think it's sad. I would take Melania if I could find Melania. Have we seen Melania? No? No? Okay. Because as everyone knows, Melania and I are in the middle of a 3-week hide-and-go-seek here at Mar-a-Lago, and there's a lot of doors to the outside, and we're sealing them, and somehow she hacksawed off the ankle bracelet, but we're working on a chip that we're going to put under her skin. She'll have to dig it out if she wants to not be seen or heard from. All right, by the way, folks, I want you to know we're offering something new. You know, I'm always asking for money from my defense fund, but guess what? Now you can become a member of my channel. Just join at the top of the channel, and this is just on the YouTube, folks. You can go to the top of the channel and click the link of the description that is live, and you'll become a member. You can unlock badges in the chat, special perks, special messages from me, us before we start these things. It's going to be fantastic. Also, I have to say one other thing. The merchandise is up and running. This just came today. I'm going to open it. This is called an unbagging. An unbagging. I used to do this with unattractive women. It's an unbagging. So this is what you do. This is me. This is me. There it is. There's the shirt. Never surrender after the fourth time you surrender. You get 4 surrenders, but after the 4th time, never surrender. Am I handsome? Look at that. Look at that face. And there's the horrible people in Georgia. That's the Fulton County. They got it, but I made $10 million off this shirt. $10 million. You can go to the merch store in YouTube. If you're watching all the other things, go to YouTube, go down to the merch store, and you can get this. I'm going to promote this a little more. And some other fun things are coming up right now. I'm a little dry, folks, so just bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. Oh, that's hot back there. Okay, we got it. All right, we're good. Let's move on. Don't forget to order your merch on the YouTube. And everybody else, if you're on the Tickety Talk or you're on the Insta, head over to YouTube. I'm there. You get a better image anyway. It's more like a movie.
They can buy it by clicking on your link in your bio.
That's right. Thank you so much. Very smart. You on Instagram and on the TikTok. Go to the link in my bio. You can buy all the merch there. We have a tremendous merch store. And we're helping me raise money to stay out of jail because the fascistic, doesn't that sound like fish sticks? Fascistic? The fascistic Marxists, communists, socialists, they hate me, folks. They hate me. But we need money. We need money so I can win. So make a donation or buy some merch. Buy some merch. It'll be fantastic. All right, let's move on to the next question.
Mr. President, I do believe you did get your first member.
I did. Oh, that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to announce this. My first member has already joined, and it's Falco. Is it 285? Is it Falco 285?
I did not verify.
Okay. Well, we have Falco. Falco is the first member, so thank you so much, Falco. Hold on, I had a big breakfast. Okay, thank you. That was a big one. We have a buffet here at Mar-a-Lago, and I ate a little too much. There was onions in the potatoes, and I don't. Can we not do that because it makes me burp? All right, but I want to say thank you to Falco. Falco, if this is the same Falco, and I'm pretty sure it is, he wrote me a rap song. They love me in the hibbity hop community. They love me in the hibbity hop. Next week I will be doing this song. I just have to learn it. It's going to be a hit, just like the song we did with the January 6 people. Terrible people that locked up all the January 6 people. We have a question over here from the press guy.
Yes, question from sitting at 5 things that.
5 things that.
Do you think your tiny hands will be an advantage when you're making license plates?
Well, excuse me. I'm not going to prison, but if I did make license plates, no one would make license plates the way I make license plates. And by the way, I would like everyone to look at these hands. Look at these hands. These are big. By the way, no complaints. You know what they say? Big hands, big, right? Am I right? Big gloves. No complaints here. Everyone loves it. But here are the tiny hands. All right? These are the tiny hands. Look at my hand compared to the tiny hand. It's huge. I'm like a gorilla, but in a good way, if you know what I'm saying. So these are not my tiny hands, all right? These are my big, masculine, manly hands that do the right thing, if you know what I'm talking about. That'd be fantastic. And these are what I would use with Melania if we went to Beetlejuice. Not those, these. Okay, next question. Oh, we got money? Did I see money come in? Did I see money? I love money.
Sir, it looks like you got a couple donations.
Who donated to me? Who donated?
Looks like you got $2.49 in. Do you know that currency?
Is that like Bitcoin?
Would be, pounds.
Pounds. I love pounds. I love pounding things.
Bad, the adventures. We've seen that a few times.
Thank you so much for that. $2.49.
They said greetings from the Netherlands.
Oh, I love the Netherlands. I love that everyone lives in a windmill house and wears wooden shoes and there's tulips everywhere. It's a beautiful place, the Netherlands.
And we got a donation from
Ashton Klajic.
For
$5. Thank you so much. It's tremendous. It's great. And we're going to get right back to the questions. And we have some incredible questions, by the way.
And they said,
Thanks for the super chat.
John Ulash
Janulash.
at golf was wondering if you could give John and Shabani golfing tips. We are Albanian and love you, Trump.
Oh,
You are our golf god.
Oh, golf
for
god.
the
I love
super
the
chat.
Albanian people, great people, hardworking people. Albania is a wonderful place. It's very close to Slovenia, where Melania is from. Has anyone seen Melania? No, not yet. Okay, we're gonna get her eventually. But for golfing, this is what I say: when you're golfing and you're with your foursome, and you go, oh, look at that, Bigfoot. Everyone looks over there, and then you just kick it into the hole. It's the best way you could do it. You know what I mean? I call it distraction. Distraction. That's the best way to win. That's the best way to win. And also, erasers are very good to have. Because they give you the pencils at the golf course. They don't have an eraser. But you come to my golf course, we have erasers. Okay, very good. And read the book somebody wrote about me. Go ahead, over here.
Yes, Mr. Trump, there was some video recently of you putting at your
putting.
course.
Superb putter.
And a lot of people think that that's probably how you win all of your golf tournaments
putting.
at your courses, is because you're not really keeping correct score. Is that true,
I
sir?
wouldn't say that. I've won my every single one of my golf courses. I've won the league championship 39 years in a row. And I think it's just, I should have been a professional. I should have been a professional golfer. Honestly, I was so incredible. But if you're intimating that I'm cheating, I would never do that. I mean, like, I would never cheat on my wife or my wives or anything like that. I'm not a cheater. That's very, very mean. You're a nasty, nasty woman. Nasty woman. Over here, this young lady.
Mr. President, you just received another member.
Oh, that's fantastic. Who's my member?
Lonnie Land has joined the Silver Supporter Group.
Oh, thank you, Lonnie Land, for joining the Silver Supporter Group. I think that's absolutely, what you get, like a video or a lunch with me or a weekend in the Bahamas? What are we going to do?
And how can you become a member, Mr. President?
Well, this is what you have to do. First off, you have to want to become a member. That's number one. Number two, press join at the top of my channel or click the link in the description of this live. You will become a member. You've seen all the wonderful merch items. You see how
Thanks
we're
for the
offering. We're
super
making it a lot
chat.
more fun. But all the different memberships have different benefits and perks. They call it perks. I love that word, perk. It's a great word, perk. Perk. Not percolator, but perk. So make sure you join. And do we have another question? Anybody from the
Yes,
Tickety Talk?
Truth Store wants to know, all presidents have dogs. Why not you?
I don't like dogs. I don't like dogs. They demand. They're very demanding. They want you to pet them. They whimper. They whimper. They whimper a lot, by the way. They whimper a lot. But we actually have a dog locked up right now because I don't want them roaming around. I'd rather them be locked up. You know what I mean? I'm not a people person and I'm not a dog person. I'm a winner. I'm a winner, and winners don't have pets. Winners don't have pets because it takes a valuable time. You have to clean up poop, which is disgusting, and you got to feed them, which is disgusting. So I don't like either one of those. So no dogs for me. Thank you very much, and especially not a cat. Those are evil. They're pure evil. They're just pure evil cats. Go ahead.
Yes, Donald, I was curious, speaking of locked up,
Locked up.
and also Chasita L is curious too. Have you visited the Proud Boys in jail yet?
Well, I didn't. I visited them in spirit. I don't like jails. I don't like hospitals. I don't like jails. I know they're in jail, which is horrible, which is an abomination. This is terrible what they're doing to these people. These people were very peaceful. And they went inside, open windows and open doors, and then they were arrested under these existing laws. We have to get rid of these laws, folks. We have to get rid of the laws of the corrupt judges who put people in jail. No one should be in jail except really bad people. Go ahead.
You got a donation from Airwolf for
Airwolf. We know the Airwolf. Thank you, Airwolf. $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Everything counts. I've spent over $200 million just on attorneys, so $10 goes a long way. That's a lunch at Togo's. Togo's, like a big sandwich. Well, maybe it's the medium sandwich. I think the big sandwiches are 12. Go ahead.
Airwolf said, after seeing the way Don Jr. and Eric turned out, have you changed your mind on the Roe v. Wade issue? Or should you have just deposited them in some tissue and flushed them down the toilet?
Wow, that is really, really mean. I love my son Don a lot. I really love Don. He's a great kid. He's a smart kid. Loves to hunt. And of course, there's Eric. Next question. He's got big teeth, by the way. You know what? Why we have this right now, while we have a lull in the questions, I want to show you something that came in this week. I'm very, very excited to show this off. We hit 100,000 subscribers on the channel. I'm very, very excited about this. This is very big. This shows that we've done a tremendous job for the country, for YouTube, for the Tickety Talk, for the Instagram, for the Facebook. I'm very excited. Thank you so. The people on the YouTube, I could not have done this without you. I mean, honestly, seriously, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much. And this is why I'm a stable genius. This is why I'm so incredibly smart. And I just want to mention again, Falco, who was my very first member, he wrote me a rap song. So we're going to do that next week. But we're very excited about that and all the wonderful things that are coming. Everybody who's in the chat right now, ask a question. You know me. I do not hide. I'm very transparent. I'm like the, I wouldn't say the invisible man, but the transparent man. I'm very transparent. Anything over here on the TikTok?
Erbson from the Trenton Times.
Erbson. You know what? It's people like you. It's the grassroots people from Trenton. What a great city. And you're Polish, right? You're Polish? I love the Polish people. I love the kielbasa and the pierogies. And what's another food from you people? Because I've
The
been to a
potato
lot.
those potato things.
What the potato? Oh, Kiddush. Is that? Oh, I thought that was Jewish. I have a lot of Polish friends. When I go to their house, it smells like soup. I always wonder why. I guess they're making soup. Who knows? It's right over here.
Chris Christie is from New Jersey. I'm very familiar with his career.
Right.
Most would admit he's not in the greatest physical condition.
No, he is not.
Would you have any advice for him to get in the kind of shape that you were in?
Let me tell you something. Chris Christie, I call him the Zeppelin. I call him the Hindenburg. He's got more chins than a Chinese phone book. I mean, this guy's A1C is WTF. I don't even know how he's walking around. You know, he got lap band. I told him, Chris, it goes on the inside. Okay, it goes on the inside. The guy just doesn't get it. He's terrible. And he's so mean to me. I helped him. He's been riding my coattails for decades. You know how I know he's riding my coattails? Because he's so heavy. I can barely drag this guy. He did a horrible job as governor, and now he's coming after me. He says I'm a grifter. Which I think is terrible. By the way, folks, send me more money. But he says I'm a grifter, and I think that's horrible. I think that's absolutely horrible. He's the grifter. He had tolls on all the roads in New Jersey, and all went to him. And then he blocked the bridges, which was very, very sad. It's very, very sad. But Chris has really got to get his act together and lose some weight. His spleen is made out of gabagool, okay? He's not a healthy guy. Over here.
Speaking of that, Mr. President, I'm wondering if Janice Bunch is asking, do you have
Bunch, she's been on
photos?
before.
Do you have photos of Joe Biden on the beach? And how would your photos look better?
First of all, Joe Biden on the beach is scary. That guy is so, oh, come on, man. Sarsaparilla, malarkey, root beer float. His legs look like white toothpicks. And the guy's like 100 years old. Did you know he fought in the War of 1812? I mean, I'm so glad of his service, but 1812, I mean, he's so old, they discontinued his blood type. They're not making Joe Biden's blood. No more blood for Joe. So what happens? God forbid if something happens to Joe Biden. Well, really, I mean, who cares? But there's no blood for Joe, but they have plenty of my blood because my uncle, John Trump, taught at MIT for 40 years. Look it up. It's a real thing. He was a super genius, and I'm a stable genius. And his blood is my blood, and my blood is his blood. And this land is your land. It was made for you and me. Mainly me. But I've got great blood, folks, and it's in a vault. It's in a vault at MIT. But Joe Biden's walking around. Oh, man, come on. Man, what's going on over here? Oh, gosh. Listen, you know what? This guy's president again. He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it, folks. I'm not a doctor, but people thought I was a doctor when I was doing the COVID stuff. When I was doing the COVID thing, when I said, like, I can't say it now because YouTube will shut me off, but you know what I said. And the UV light, you just stick it up there. You know what UV stands for? Ultraviolet. It goes in there and it kills the C word, the COVID. I can't say it because it'll block me again because, But I think we all know that I was right. They were wrong. They're singing the Wish I Was Right song. Go ahead.
Mr. President, I heard
Yes.
And Shasta L is wondering, as a staple genius, how would you fix healthcare in the USA?
Well, I'm so glad someone asked about healthcare. We've got Trump Care coming in about 2 weeks. And we already have a slogan for Trump Care. It's Trump Care. We'll tell you when you're sick. That way, because a lot of people, oh, I don't feel well. I have a headache. Alice, I'm not feeling well. But if you tell somebody, shut the hell up, they usually feel better. So that's going to be Trump Care. We're just going to ignore a lot of stuff till it gets really bad. Then we'll bring in the specialists. Next question. Over here. The pretty lady over here.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I'm curious. I just got over COVID. Are you
You're in here?
Weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
What I was curious about is, are you concerned at all about the numbers going up again with COVID? And
No,
what would you do?
because it was all fake. It was all fake from the beginning. I think we all know that. And Fauci sold me down the river, a little bit. If Fauci was right here, right now, he'd be like this. He'd be like this. You wouldn't even say it. That's because he's not a very tall guy. He looks like a jockey. This guy. But I don't think a lot of this, I think we won't comply. We won't comply this time because whoever was president when there was COVID, he screwed it all up. And this time we won't be complying. And don't listen to Ron DeSantis because his state, they even wouldn't let the sharks to the beach on Shark Week, and they shut everything down. But I had everything open, but he closed everything, but not me. So next time, it'll never happen again. Oh, by the way, they say it's coming back. You know what else is coming back? The election. So that's why I'm here doing this every Friday from 10 to 11, raising money against the socialists, the Marxists, the communists, and the fascistic. I like the way that sounds. I have to admit, I like the way that sounds. Because it sounds like fish sticks. Joe Biden's probably going, oh, where's my fish sticks, man? Where's my fish sticks? I love the fish sticks. With his skinny legs on the beach. Everyone says, well, he rides a bike. Big deal. 5-year-olds ride a bike. You know what I mean? Who cares? Honestly. Can he golf He lied about his golf game, folks. He lied. He lied about his handicap. You know what his handicap is? He sucks. That's his handicap. Over here.
I have a follow-up, sir.
Oh, thank you. I love the follow-ups.
Yeah,
I love the follow-ups.
You talk about his skinny legs on the beach, but what is your height and weight right now? And would you look as good as Joe Biden on the beach?
Who says Joe Biden looks good? First of all, I'm 6'3". As you can tell, we should put one of those things up that they have to measure the height. We can put 6'3" right up here, and I weigh 215 pounds. And you can see other people like, is there something wrong? Everyone's being very, very funny. But if you look at me compared to Chris Hemsworth and some of the other people who are 215, we're very similar. Tim Tebow, who's the guy who just broke his ankle on the Jets? What's his name? Aaron Rodgers. We're very similar. And you have to admit, for my age, that's pretty good at 77. But, my 77 is like most people's 66 or 55. So I feel fantastic. I feel absolutely fantastic. Go ahead over here. Question from the Tickety House.
You showed your YouTube plaque and
Yes.
spoke about how much you love YouTube. TikTok has decided to suppress your views here. We're down to 147
Wow.
people, and usually we have 4,000. So maybe you could say some nice things about TikTok. Ask the people that are currently in here to like by tapping with hearts.
Oh, thank you, folks.
Sharing the live.
Listen, I want to tell I love the YT, but over here I love the TikTok, and here's why I love the TikTok. On TikTok, I have close to 5. What do I have? 6 million? Am I back? I have almost 6 million people on TikTok, and this is how I get out to people from around the world because I know we have followers in like Estonia, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Russia. This is why I love the TikTok. It has such an incredible reach. We love TikTok. I've got some of my TikToks have 57 million views. You can go see it. I'm not making those numbers up. You can see it live. So we love the TikTok. We love all the platforms, and I need you to tap, and share. And I want to know right now on the TikTok what country you're in. Let me know what country you're in right now. We'll just have people call out the countries, and we'll keep. Afghanistan. I love Afghanistan. Great country, of course. Biden ruined it with his horrible exit strategy. Ghana. I love the Ghanaian people. Great people, the Ghanaians. Very smart people. Ethiopia. The food in Ethiopia is very light and very little, but they're great people. Russia. They're great people in Russia, and I love Putin. I love the V-Poots. That's what we call each other every night. I call them V-Poots. Over here on this side. Keep going, TikTok. We need to go over here.
Lonnie Land, your second member, by the way.
Lonnie Land, my second member. Thank you, Lonnie Land. Thank you.
Donated $20.
20, wow, that's a lot of money. Thank you, Lonnie. That's going to go right to another one of my fantastic attorneys. Not to me. They're not coming for me, folks. They're coming for you. They're coming for you.
Said with his donation,
Thanks for the super chat.
Hope for America. Thank you for everything.
Thank you so much. This is why America is so great. They send billionaires money, which I think is absolutely incredible. Billionaires asking for money, and I get it. It's incredible. That's why I love this country, and that's why I love the YT and the TikTok. Give me some more countries. Sierra Leone. They make great cakes. Sierra Leone makes great cakes and cookies. They're wonderful. You keep them in the freezer, pull them out when you have guests over. The Sierra Leone cookies are really. You know I love El Paso. I love Texas. I did very, very well in Texas. By the way, a lot of people don't know this. Texas was its own country. No one talks about that. The Lone Star State, they do it bigger. They do it bigger and better, except for you know who. We have a question from the press in the back. Trenton Times. Great city, by the way. You know, they have a light rail there, and we've got Infrastructure Week coming up. They have a wonderful light rail in Trenton. Hold on one second. Okay.
Yeah, Trenton Times. RFK Jr. Should he run? Should he not run? What do you think of it?
You know what? Go ahead, run. I want RFK to run. I don't like the way he talks. I know he's got that CPOD thing. But here's the thing about RFK. I want RFK to run because basically he's a Republican pretending to be a Democrat, but he'll take votes from Biden, and that's what we need. I would win no matter what, but we need a way to ensure the win, and I think RFK could do that. And, you know, he's a good-looking guy. And you know who he's married to? Do you know who he's married to? Cheryl Hines.
Oh, right.
He's married to Cheryl Hines from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David. So I think he's got the whole Hollywood thing going on. I think he's a plant, but I think it'll work. And I hope RFK becomes the nominee because I would win against him in a heartbeat. But I would like to meet Cheryl Hines. I've met her before. She was very nice. She's a nice body, too, by the way. She's very, very attractive. Very attractive. All right, over here.
Misty Butternut again from
Misty.
Entertainment Tonight.
Entertainment full access tonight in Canada?
Exactly.
Okay. Beautiful.
You once tweeted to Katy Perry that she was stupid for marrying Russell Brand. Do you feel vindicated from that tweet?
I said earlier this week, I am always right. Katy Perry never should have been with that skinny British guy who honestly is so incoherent. Sometimes when he talks, you have no ideas, and then he's riding it on an elephant somewhere in India. It's like, how can this guy possibly? She's very pretty. Great body, wrote a lot of hit songs. I don't know why she was with him. And people say, oh, he loves you. Sir, President Trump, sir, Russell Brand likes you. I don't care. I called that a long time ago. And Robert Pattinson should never have been with his co-star. What was her name? From Twilight Zone?
I should know this since I work in entertainment.
I would think. If you don't, I'm in a lot of trouble. What's her name? The skinny girl. Who she goes both ways. She bats on both teams.
Yes.
But anyway, he never should have been with her, and I'm glad he became the Batman. He became the Batman. He's a good Batman. You know what I mean? They say he's lazy, but I don't think he's lazy. I think he did a good job. Anybody over here?
But sir, Russell Brand has just been accused of sexual assault. Do you think that is legitimate, or do you think this is something?
Absolutely not. This happens to a lot of wealthy men who come in contact with a lot of women, and sometimes, like you'll touch a woman, and they go, "Oh, you shouldn't have touched me." It's like, "Well, I just thought I would touch you," and then you shouldn't have done that. You should have asked first. But if you ask, it really kills the vibe. If you know what I'm saying. So, and a lot of people say I'm a misogynist, but I don't even like giving massages. So I think that's horrible and a lie. It's all a lie. I don't know about Russell Brand. I don't know about this other guy from the '70s show. But a lot of times you have to look into these things because women are terrible, terrible people. I have to tell you. Except Melania. Is she here yet? No, she's not. Okay. We're
Just
gonna
want to
keep a
mention,
track
Mr.
of her.
President, that Marnie Moe said it was Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart, thank you, Marty Moe. And Marty Moe sent me a letter this week, an email this week. Thank you, Marty Moe. Wasn't that the person who sent me the other thing with the Marty Moe? Wasn't that thing that came in from the... It didn't come in on the email? Okay, we'll have to check that. I don't read emails or send emails, but people send me emails, and my assistant, who's here in the room right now, wrangling all of the press people. She's so good. She's so smart. So big help to me. Big help to me. Okay, we're going to keep going. Oh, by the way, some people were wondering about my Diet Coke thing. I brought it with me because it's... Hillary is a disaster. And guess what I get for that? I get a Diet Coke. It's a baby Diet Coke. Somebody got me a baby Diet Coke. I think this is absolutely tremendous. I'm going to open this because no one opens cans the way I open cans. Hold on. I like the bubbles. It does make. Oh, that's so. Look at that. Look at that. That's great. It makes me look like a gorilla, but a good gorilla. You know, a good gorilla like that. That's absolutely fantastic. I like that a lot. Hold on, let's do one more. I'm starting to get into your head. Right TikTok, right Instagram, right YouTube, Facebook.
I'm the most militaristic person in this room.
I'm the most Yes, thank you. Most militaristic person ever. All right, what do? We have a question? Over here.
You got a donation, Mr. President.
Another donation. Thank you.
From Chris for $5, and it is his first super chat.
Chris, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. By the way, everybody who's watching on all the platforms right now, I really appreciate you being here, learning about what I do, and I do it so well. And like I said, if you're on the Instagram or the TikTok, go up top, go to my bio. We have lots and lots of merch. They call it merch. But look at this. Front and back. They're going to see you coming, and they're going to see you going. Never surrender after the fourth surrender. But after that, no more surrenders. Question over here.
Where was that T-shirt made?
Where's the T-shirt made? That's a fantastic question. It's probably made in our fantastic country. It's very tiny. It says, a wonderful place called Vietnam. I think that's it. Is that the one? No, what's it say? Wamsutta. What is Wamsutta? I don't know. It's Next Level Apparel, and I think it's, I'll have to have somebody. We're going to get back to you on that, Marty. I'm sorry. What's your name again? Herb Herbson. You look like a Marty to me. Fantastic. All right, but we're going to check, folks. We're going to check where those shirts are made because we try to do everything made in America, not in China. I think we know what's happening in China. All the automotive jobs are going to China, except for Elon Musk, a very good friend of mine. They're doing cars, but there's going to be a big strike with the unions, and I'm going to fix that because only I can fix that. Over here.
Yes, Mr. Trump, Leo Lopez.
Isn't he a competitor of yours on another entertainment channel?
Yes.
What's his name? Lopez?
Entertainment.
What's his name? Lopez? Mario. He has an Italian first name and a Spanish last name. That's very suspect to me. It's very suspect. Go ahead, though.
Leo Lopez asked Mr. Trump, what do you say to people who say you are senile?
Me, senile? I'm not the one. Oh, come on, man. Where am I? When I was a kid, I had a dog. His name was Rex, but he was a dinosaur. Yeah, I know, that wasn't me. You know what I mean? I'm not that old. That old. I mean, this guy wrote in on the Stagecoach. How can I be senile? I did. How many speeches have I done this week alone? Right? Bing bong, bong bing, bing bong. Because if you were senile, would you be able to bong, bing bong, bong, bing bing, bing bong? No. Would you? If I was senile, would I be able to say on the YT, subscribe, hit the notification bell? We've got videos coming out. We've got the press conferences. Every single week, I'm here doing this for over an hour. Do you think Biden could do this for an hour? I mean, come on. That guy is so old. They're not even buying ripe bananas anymore. They just buy the yellow ones at the White House because they're afraid. They buy eggs one at a time. Okay, over here.
A couple more donations for your legal funds.
Thank you so much.
You got $11.99 in
$11.99. Ooh, I like that number. $11.99.
Argentine pastry chef?
Oh, from Ireland. That's my buddy from Ireland. Folks, if you see this in the chat on the way, click on this guy. Follow him. He's such an awesome guy. He's an amazing pastry chef. He's Italiano. He's Italiano, and he lives in Dublin and does these incredible pastries. He's a fantastic guy. I love him a lot. I love the Italian people. Great people, hardworking people. Like Silvio Berlusconi, who was the PM of Italy. He did a great job. Another media mogul.
He said, always present for the mythical and unique Mr. President.
Thank you.
Greetings from Dublin.
Dublin, greeting from Dublin. If you're in Dublin, go visit him. He makes great pastries. He's a great guy. I really like him. We have a mutual friend, Giada Valente, who's a singer. And that's how I met him, was through Giada. I like that name. And she travels all over the world and sings. We have somebody over here.
Yes, another good question from Five Things That.
5 things, that's the second question. Thank you, 5 things that. That's
You had to take one person with you to live with you in jail. Who would it be?
Ooh, that's a great question. It would have to be somebody who doesn't talk a lot, but says yes to everything I do. That would be I would say Rudy, but he farts, so Rudy's out. Melania, I want to save her for the conjugal visits, and Ivanka. I want to save both of those for the conjugal visits. Let me see. That would be very, very tough. It's a tough question. Maybe a woman, or maybe a man, or somebody who's like a servant, like a valet. Maybe Walt Natta, who is my body man at Mar-a-Lago. He'd be tremendous. Over here.
Yes, Don, Lucky 3 Crowns looks like donated 1999.
1999, thank you.
Yes.
Say the name again of the person.
Lucky 3 Crows.
Lucky 3 Crows. I love them. They were a band in the 90s. They were fantastic. Lucky 3 Crows. I have all their CDs. Really
They have a
wonderful
question for
people.
you too, Mr. President.
I like questions.
This is about Melania. What is lovely Melania's secret to everlasting youth? Her look never changes. As a woman, I would like to know this as well.
I think the fact that she married a billionaire has a lot to do with that she doesn't work. She spends a lot of money. She spends a lot of time at the gym. She is very conscious of the way she looks. And I think the Slovenian people age very, very slowly. And of course, me, I think women around me are absolutely beautiful. Like my son Don's girlfriend, Kim Guilfoyle, she's a little high-strung, but she's very pretty. And do you believe she was married to Gavin Newsom? What was that all about? Doesn't make any sense. Down here in the front.
Mr. President, I want to shout out one more donation from Chris for $5.
Thank you, Chris.
And Chris said, please wish my dad, Dennis Inman, a happy 80th birthday today.
Wow, 80 years old. I'm 77. Chris, what's his name? Did you say his dad's name?
Dennis Inman.
Dennis Inman. Dennis, it's me, President Trump, greatest president in the history of presidents, other than the late, great Abe Lincoln. His wife was maybe a three. But I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday, Dennis, because a lot of people don't know this, but I invented the phrase, happy birthday. 45 years ago, no one was saying happy birthday. Sure, they were saying birthday, they were saying happy, but no one was saying happy birthday. And then I switched the 2 words. Now everyone says happy birthday, and I don't get any credit. So I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. And if you need anything at all, Dennis, don't bother me. I mean, I've got 91 criminal counts against me. I'm a little busy, so talk to somebody else, like your son. I'm sure he can help. Happy birthday. I should they could take a photo. I should have a happy birthday sign, shouldn't I? Can we get something like that made? We can. Over here.
Mr. President, it will be Biden-Harris again for 2024.
Oh, God.
You have not opted to have Pence return as your running mate. Who are you considering, and are you considering a woman like someone like Carrie Lake or Kristi Noem from South Dakota? Or Melania.
Oh, Melania. Do you have some other suggestions? First off, I love Kristi Noem, but I found out this week she's been secretly dating, the guy who worked for me? Yes, Lewandowski. Thank you so much, press person from Trenton. So I was a little disappointed in that. Corey's a nice guy, but I wasn't. So she's out. All right. Now, Carrie, I like her. I like her a lot. She's kind of boyish, tomboyish with the short hair. And boy, she'll say anything I tell her. Anything I tell her. She spent 2 weeks with me here at Mar-a-Lago when Melania was out of town. And we had a wonderful, wonderful time. We got some wonderful dresses for her. She spoke very eloquently. She hasn't won anything yet, but I think together we could win. Ultimately, I'd love to have Ivanka because she's had me in the friend zone now for the last few years since the insurrection. So I'd like to get back in her good graces. And I don't think Melania would want to be the vice president. So I'd say those are my 3 picks right now. If she dumps Lewandowski, she'd have to get rid of him entirely and be really available for long nights and talks and things like that. Okay. Over here, anybody? Trenton guy?
Yes, are you still in touch with Tucker Carlson? He seems to have disappeared a bit.
Thanks
from
for the super
scene.
chat.
Do you still consider him important? Do you confer with him at all?
Well, I like Tucker. I like Tucker a lot. I just don't like him when he doesn't like me. But when he likes me, I like him a lot. So we could have a good symbiotic relationship. He's had me on our interview, and as you know, because you're a press person, our interview on the X, was the most seen interview in the history of mankind. The history of mankind. And people say, oh, that was sir. And there's a difference between impressions and views. Not to me, there's not. Not to me. So it was the largest interview in the history of mankind. And I think Elon has done an absolutely fantastic job with X. You know what I mean? X-Men, SpaceX, all the X's, Tesla, the cars, incredible. So he did very, very well. And people say, well, he spent, sir, he spent $2 billion and hasn't made a penny. You know, I understand that. You know, it's some things, these things happen. Over here, this question.
Yes, sir. Bill D is asking, if you were a trucker, what would your CB name be?
Oh, that's a great. Oh, I love that. Eastbound and Down. I loved Smokey and the Bandit. I thought, and there's, let's see, there's Smokey and the Bandit, and then there was, well, you know, they call me the Mogul. My Secret Service code name is the Mogul. So breaker, it's me, the Mogul, coming through, you know, eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. And yes, we're going with the Mogul. The CB name is the Mogul. Did everyone get that? Did you get that on Instagram? It's going to be the Mogul. I'm going with the Mogul. I like that. That's a good one.
That's a good
Over here in the front row.
Mr. President, you got another donation from Mari for £5.
Thank you, £5. What's £5 in American money?
It's actually a euro.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
euro.
sorry.
It's a euro. Is that the one with the? Is that the one with the C with the 2 lines through it?
Yes, sir.
Does anyone know in my audience who's Russian or anyone? What is the O? The letter O with the line through it. What is that? What is that? I never understood that. I used to see that a lot in New
I
York.
work in entertainment. So.
Okay, if you could find that out, that would be wonderful. But thank you for the money. Thank you for the
Mari
money.
said with that donation, when was the last time you saw Melania? LOL, Mercy from Paris.
Oh, merci. I love the Parisian people. I love French toast and French bread and French kissing. I think it's really wonderful, which is nice. When this is married, you mentioned Melania. I saw Melania 3 weeks ago. Then I thought I saw her the night after that crossing the hallway, but it was someone else. But, you know, Melania is a very smart woman, very beautiful woman. She speaks 5 languages. English is not one of them. So we have a little bit of trouble communicating.
Thanks for the
But
super
I'm sure
chat.
we're going to see her very, very soon because eventually she has to come back and get more money. So, you know, so she's not going to be gone too long, and I'll see her very soon. We're trying to get her for one of these fantastic press conferences, but she literally texts me back one word, no. So I'm going to get her on here eventually. Believe me. We have a question over here, back in the back,
Herbert,
this lady.
Trend Times.
Yes, Herb.
A lot of politics.
You know, by the way, Herb, I don't think there's enough Herbs in the world. I would say that, right? Don't I say that all the time? I say that there's not enough Herbs. There's not enough Herbs. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful, very American name. You know, you're not going to meet anybody from Switzerland named Herb. You're going to meet an American like you who has very long hair and glasses and a hat on and is a press person. Go ahead with your question, Herb.
Politicians say on day one, I'm going to do X.
Right.
What are you going to do on day one?
Day one, we're going to have health care. We're going to jail all of the Democrats, the fascistic Marxist, socialist, communist. We'll be getting, I'm going to call my attorney general and I'm going to say, arrest him. And they're going to say, sir, we can't do that. I'll say, just do it. We'll figure it out on the back end. We're going to put alligators all along the U.S.-Mexican border. That'll be great to have the alligator. That'll stop them. That'll stop them because they're coming in like Swiss cheese, folks. They're coming in like Swiss cheese. A lot of Mexicans. Go ahead.
I want to shout out another donation for your legal fund from Pluck Me for $5.
Pluck me, $5. Thank you, Pluck Me. I appreciate that.
Pluck Me asked if you and Putin shared a cell, who would get the top bunk? Also, whose hands are bigger?
Oh, well, number one, my hands are bigger than Putin's. You know, Putin's shorter than me, number one. And we would never share a cell together. But if we did, I would get the top because I am a top. I'm a top. I've been saying this for a while. I'm a top. So, and that even sounds Russian, doesn't it? I'm a top. I'm a top, but I'm definitely a top. So I'll be on the top bunk looking down, shooting farts down to him. Go ahead over here.
Donald, in paying homage to Barbara Walters, my hero, and again, my name is...
I knew Barbara. She interviewed me a number of times.
Well, in honor of the late great Barbara Walters, Winter Warlock wants to know...
I know Winter Warlock. Winter Warlock has asked a lot of great questions.
Well, his question today is, sir, if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be, and would there be a lot of sap?
There'd be a lot of sap. That would be a good question for like a Canadian prime minister with the sap. But here's the thing. There's two schools of thoughts on this. People always say they want to be the mighty oak. The mighty oak, and that way the nuts fall and all that kind of stuff, and you have more little mighty oaks. But I would actually, this is why I moved to Florida, by the way. This is why. I would be the palm tree. I would be swaying in the wind against the hurricanes of the fascistic, socialistic, Marxist, communists, and I could always bounce back up, and I'd have some big coconuts too, because that's what I have is big coconuts. So I would be the palm tree, not the mighty oak, because the mighty oak gets struck by lightning and the branches fall off when they're too heavy. But I'm going to be a palm tree. Like the late, great Jimmy Buffett, who we lost. We were very close friends. I talked to him once, and it's very sad that he passed away. Changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes, but not my attitudes. My attitudes have always been the same, which is make America great again. Make America great again. And that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to have a sip of my look at my big hands. Look at my big hands, drinking my Pepsi. Hold on.
It is a Coke.
I like the bubbles.
That would be a Coke, sir.
What's that? What did I say?
It would be a Coke.
What did I say?
Pepsi.
Oh, good Lord. Sorry, Coke. It's the fascistic fish sticks. They're making me think the wrong way, which is sad. Do we have anything over here? No? What are we down to? 25?
Herbs and trend times. Ron DeSantis seems to be falling in the polls. What do you attribute this to?
He's stupid, and he's an idiot, and he's a moron, and he's just horrible. He's Ron DeSatan. That's what he is. Ron DeSatan. He's a terrible, terrible person. You know, who shuts down Walt Disney World? Who does? He does. He's not the smartest guy in the world. You know, his wife said one day he took the kids to school, like he split the atom. I mean, it's unbelievable. This guy. And I'm glad he's losing numbers. And here's the thing. People say, oh, he's Trump without the charm. No. Excuse me. He is none of that. And people say, oh, sir, he's a jag. He went to Harvard. So what? I went to the University of Pennsylvania. Graduated first in my class. I was magna cum laudist, which is very, very important. Very, very important. We have another. Do we have anything? Any countries from TikTok? Any countries? No? What are we down to? 2, 3 people? 88 people. 88 people. That's okay because I'm going to be banning that on day one. I'm going to be banning it on day one. That's the day. We're back to the day one question. Over here.
Mr. President, Jeff Stewart is one of several people who seem to be very obsessed with which kind of ketchup brand you like and prefer. And have you tried their jalapeno ketchup by Heinz?
Well, I do. Listen, there's only one ketchup, and that is Heinz. You were right about that. Heinz 57. It's an American brand. It's wonderful. And I don't even call it ketchup. I call it Heinz. I haven't had the jalapenos because I don't like anything going in hot because it comes out hot. So I don't want that. I won't be having jalapenos, and not because they're Mexican. I don't want anyone thinking that I am a racist against the Mexican people. I know jalapenos are big. There's like a Saint jalapeno or something like that, but I just don't want it in my ketchup. And I don't want salsa instead of ketchup. All right, sauce is for chips. And the Heinz is for the burgers. And you put mustard on hot dogs, all right? This is very important. And relish, but you never put ketchup, which I love, the Heinz. You don't put that on hot dogs. But there are a lot of people who do that. I would never do that. That's like sacrilege. Sacrilege. Go ahead.
Yes, Teresa Jurger said, "Sir,
Teresa.
Teresa, will you be getting a tattoo when you're in the big house?" She did mention Nazi tattoo, but that might just be
That
too
might,
extreme
yeah,
for
that's
you.
a little. That's even too much for me. That's too much for me. Though I do like how it interlocks and moves. I think that's a fascinating design. And what a lot of people don't know is if you turn it around, it actually means good luck. It actually means good luck. A lot of people don't know that, and they say nasty, nasty things about it, but I'm not going to get involved in that. But I'll definitely get a tattoo. I think I'll get the mom tattoo because I love my mom. She's from Scotland. She was from Stowaway, Scotland. A lot of people, because ships would come through and all the Scottish people would stow away. That's how the town got named Stowaway, Scotland. But great people in Scotland. And of course, I got my amazing golf course, which is being ruined by the windmills. Outside in the water, terrible. They kill the birds. They kill the birds, and we're looking to putting up a bird cemetery on the beach so we can honor the great birds have gone into the windmills that are made in China. By the way, these windmills are made in China and Germany, and they kill birds, and they're ugly. And they produce no power. Did you know that? None whatsoever. Go ahead.
Betty Veronica wants to know.
Betty Veronica, they're wonderful. They leave great comments.
Sir, is Mike Pillow running your tech today?
Is Mike Pillow running the tech today? I have not seen Mike. I love Mike. Mike is the best. I just love I love his energy. I love his energy. He's a wonderful guy. He's probably going to show up at some point at one of these, but he's a wonderful guy. I have not seen Mike. He's in a little bit of trouble. That's okay. He did something that I don't agree with. He owes someone money and he didn't pay them. And I don't think you should do this. You should always pay your debts. Always pay your debts. But he's a good guy.
There have been a lot of climate events lately. At the Republican debate, no one was willing to say it was due to climate change.
Right.
What is your position on climate change?
Well, I have to tell you, in the winter it snows, in the summer it's warm, in the spring the pumpkin spice lattes are being sold by the Starbucks. So I think I haven't seen any real changes. I don't think climate change is real to the extent that the dinosaurs are now passed away and then we are able to live on the beach. So I think there's a big difference between climate change and the seasonal change. And right now I'm enjoying a wonderful seasonal change. And if you're in a plane, like I'm in planes and the private Trump plane, and you're way up above the clouds, it's very cold. It's very cold. So I don't see this whole thing about the warming of the earth. Doesn't make sense to me.
Mr. President, why do you really want to run for president again? Because it only just seemed to create so many problems for you.
Well, I would hear that, but I think I'm the country's an absolute mess right now. We're no longer energy independent. People are very sad. Women are less attractive. Under me, women were very attractive. Men were happy. Everyone was making money. And that's what I do best. And that's why I want to win again and make America great again, because everyone will be attractive again. I'll be back in the White House, and we'll have great bands like Ted Nugent and Three Doors Down, and we'll have, what's her name, Palin will come back down from Alaska. And people love that. No one's loving what's happening now. He's like, sir, Biden brought in 13.5 million jobs. No. I did that. That was me. I did that. So I don't want to hear any of this ridiculous stuff that they've been saying about Biden.
But in response to your answer just now, Oz Art says, have you, Mr. Trump, ever lied during a live press conference?
I've never lied. I've never told a lie. I'm like the George Washington of presidents. I've never told a lie in my entire life unless I absolutely had to or I was being advised by my attorneys. Who, by the way, we need money, so keep sending the money in during this live right now. And don't forget, we've got the T-shirt. We've got the T-shirt and the merch. You can go to the merch and buy a T-shirt. Never surrender until the fourth time. After that, you can definitely surrender. And, of course, I want to bring this out one more time. Oh, I probably shouldn't do this. Doesn't matter. Okay. So we're going to bring this out by my YouTube award, which we got, and it's over 100,000 subscribers. And I want to thank all the people on the Instagram too, because I got verified this week. And for you guys on the YouTube, thank you so much. 100,000 subscribers, and now we're up to 103,000, and probably today, by the end of this, 250,000, because I can see right now people are just subscribing like crazy. They're hitting the notification bell, bing bong bong, bing bing bong, bong bong bing, which I think is tremendous. Also, I want you to become a member, because there's a lot more going on than my weekly press conferences. There's all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, special perks, benefits of being a member. We have three levels of membership, and we'd love for you to join because you guys are truly amazing. All you can do is, when you join, you can get the unlock badges and chat, special perks, and so much more. At the highest level, you'll get a birthday message from me or any type of message you want, retirement, anything at all. But join. You're going to love it. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And if you're watching if the 88 of you on TikTok are watching, go up to my bio on the Instagram, same thing. Go up to my bio, click through. You can come over to YouTube and subscribe. You can also check out my tremendous merchandise. It's so incredible. All right, we've got a question over here.
Mr. President, do you have a message for E. Jean Carroll?
Do I have a message? I don't know. I don't know E. Jean Carroll. I've never met E. Jean Carroll. I sat in court and I was like, I don't know her, but she was suing me. I mean, I know her husband, but I don't know her. And of course, there's a photo of all of us together, but I take a lot of photos. So if I would see E. Jean again, I would say, I don't know you. And supposedly I owe her $5 million, which I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to pay that. You know why? Because I don't think that's fair. I never met the person. Imagine if someone sued you and asked you for money and you didn't even know them. I don't think that's very nice. So we're not going to go there. My attorney's waving at me. Okay, fine. I'm not going to say anything. He's like losing his mind. All I'm going to say is she's not my type. Over here.
Mr. President, Dr. Detroit wants to know, are you going to sell any new NFTs?
Well, we have a third phase of NFTs coming through. The NFTs did very, very well. Me as a spaceman, me riding a tiger, me riding a unicorn. We've got some really, really incredible things. Me as a race car driver. And if you're in Las Vegas, and I love Las Vegas, what's in Las Vegas? The tremendous Trump Tower right on the Strip. And don't forget, it's still warm here. Come to the pool parties. We have the wettest water in all of Las Vegas. And our mirrors now have new and improved reflections. You'll look so much better in a Trump mirror. Believe me. And the NFTs are going through the roof. You can't even buy Series 1 or Series 2 of the NFTs because they've made that much money. So Series 3 is going to be doing very, very well. I'm also selling Trump gold bars for $1 million. And I've actually, I'll inscribe my name on them. It's only $1 million, over here.
Mr.
Thanks for the super chat.
I just
Did something come through? Did I just win some money?
Oh, okay.
Do I have another member?
Something did come through. I wanted to mention that real quick. Sorry, I lost her question. Johnny Shabazz. $20 in Canadian.
Oh, that's like $100.
And they sent a sticker that says, "You are amazing."
Thank you, Johnny. And I love the Canadian people, great people, fantastic people. And I've been to Canada 3 times. It's amazing. I love that. It's like another country up there. It's really, really incredible. And honestly, what are Canadians? They're just unarmed Americans with crappy health care. It's truly, truly a wonderful country. They look like us, they sound like us, but they're not us because they say they're sorry. I would never say I'm sorry because I'm never sorry. I've never done anything wrong. But the Canadian people have done so much wrong, but they apologize. And that's what makes them so amazing. And I've said this before, Canada is the addict of America. There's all this great stuff up there, but you forget. And then you go up and you're like, wow, look at all this great stuff. And Mexico's the basement. It's sad, but it's true. That's why they're sneaking in through the basement. But they love us in Canada. If I have to, though, I will build the ice wall between the United States and Canada. But you guys can come in. It'll just cost you a fee, like $150 to visit. And I think that's very, very smart on my behalf. Go ahead. Next question.
I love
Mr. President, you said
subscribers.
that your CB handle would be the mogul. That's what you're
The
known
mogul.
as.
That's the I like the way that sounds. Everybody in the press room, do you like that? Let's hear it. Do you like
Yeah,
it?
yes, that's good.
They love it.
Okay.
And this is the fake news, by the way. Get the real news and the fake news in here.
Literally. Airwolf, though, wants to know, what will your prison nickname be?
Oh, it's got to be a little more. I think I'd probably be the smartest person in prison, so I could be like the professor, or the brain. I could be the brain, or can I use 2 words? Could it be like the stable genius? You know what I mean? I'll probably get really ripped in prison. I'll probably become really big. I'll probably take the sleeves off of my jumpsuit. I'll probably ask for a jumpsuit that's 1 size too small so everybody can see how impressively large I am. Because, you can see I'm in great shape, tremendous shape, fantastic shape. I'm 6'3", 115 pounds. But I'll probably get down to a lean and mean, 195. If I have to go, which I won't, because I've said this before. If I go to prison, which is highly unlikely, it'll be like Goodfellas. We'll be slicing the garlic with the razors, razor thin, and I'll bring in the bread and the wine. I don't really drink unless it's Trump wine, of course, but we'll be in there, me, Rudy, some of the other wonderful people, and we'll have a great time. We'll write books. I write books. I wrote a lot of books, million-selling books, but we'll probably do a picture book of all of us in prison. I think that would do very well. Very well.
Screams was wondering if you are concerned about the water pressure.
Oh, I'm very concerned about the water pressure. I'm very concerned. You travel around the country and you get under a shower and it just drips. It just drips. And this is all Obama. This all happened under Obama, and the water pressure has been greatly reduced. And I was in a hotel recently. They had waterless urinals. I mean, can you believe this? They've removed the water from urinals. Are we like stupid or something? We're not allowed to have water in the urinals. And I heard about a new dishwasher. Doesn't even use water. It uses sand. It uses sand. And it just, the sand, they sandblast the food off the place. This is absolutely ridiculous. Look, I'm a big guy. I'm 215, 6'3", and I take, you've heard about the dumps. You know what I mean? I know it's not pretty, but I need a lot of water. I don't want to stand there flushing 10 times, 12 times. It's ridiculous. We have to bring water pressure back. I will bring water pressure back on day 1. Day 1, we will have water pressure again. We will have urinals with water. We will have toilets with power, like all of my Trump hotels. Like I said, when you come to a Trump hotel, any Trump hotel, we have the wettest water, and it tastes delicious out of the sink, and the water pressure in the toilets is incredible. And I want to say it because people are like, sir, bidets are good because you can save, toilet paper. I am not using a bidet. I was in Europe and I had to use a bidet and it tickled me and I felt feelings I'd never felt before and I didn't like it. I didn't like what a bidet did, and they're like, oh, but it saves all the I don't care. I want rough-hewn toilet paper on my manly bottom, and I will apply the appropriate pressure to remove anything that's down there which has not been removed by water, but, because this is part of the gay agenda, folks. The French gay people made the bidet for men to think that way. That's not happening with me, and it certainly won't happen in prison. Go ahead, next question.
Paul Goldhawk is asking, is it
like
true
that name,
social Truth Social or antisocial? It's so confusing.
Oh, it's Truth Social. It's true. It's the only place where you can get the actual truth, other than me right now speaking. Truth Social is the best social, but I do like Elon and I do like X. I do like X because they allow me on X. But Truth Social is the greatest place because it lets me be me. And as you know, I have to be me. I gotta be me. I gotta be me. And that's why this country is so great, because I've always been me and you've always been you. Over here in the front, this young lady.
Mr. President, you got another donation from Pluck Me for $5.
Thank you. What was the name again?
Pluck.
Oh, Pluck Me, yes. Pluck Me.
And Pluck Me.
Wasn't that a TV show with Vinay, Pluck Me? Or it was a Pluck You or Pluck something?
They asked, we've all seen video of the wall being easily scaled. How
Yes.
do you rebuild it to prevent future scaling? Also, will Mexico pay for it?
Mexico will pay for it. Mexico's always paid for it. Mexico will continue to pay for it. I built the wall from coast to coast, 2,000 miles. Every 100 miles, we had a Trump hotel, which only faced the American side. And what did Biden do? He took the wall down. Now, the Mexicans are streaming in like Swiss cheese. It's very, very sad, but I will rebuild the wall. It'll be the greatest wall in the history of walls, and we'll make sure Mexico pays for it. And this time, instead of 55 feet high, it will be 100 feet high. Did I lose the feed? And it's not on here anymore. It's not on here anymore. That's okay. That's okay. We're still on the air, though, right? We're still on the air. Are we on time? Oh, beautiful. We're after. Well, folks, you've been absolutely fantastic. Thank
Did
you.
you want to bring on?
Yes, absolutely. I wanted to wrap up. I want to wrap up my interview, but I want to bring on my special, very special, incredible reporters who join me today. We got Herb here. Herb,
Misty.
and Misty. There we go. Don't touch it. Okay, that's fine. And as you can see, I'm very tall compared to these people. Thank you so much for joining. Can we get a photo? Can someone take a photo? I want to get a photo because this is the liberal media, but I wanted people to see that I love the liberal media. Beautiful. All right. Listen, you can become a member. Just go to the top of the channel, join at the top of my channel, click the link, the description in the live. You can also click there, and make sure you're back here next Friday for our next live on the TikTok, on the Instagram, on the YouTube, on the Facebook. I want to thank these two once again for joining me. We had a great time.
That was wonderful.
So much. Probably the most
very
memorable thing you've ever done in your life. It's really incredible. Thanks, everybody. All right, we're up.